Hello everyone, I'm VBA. In the previous video, I introduced how to open text files in Excel. Today, I will show you how to automate the entire process using the macro. First, let's take a look at the text files we need to import. Please note that all three text files are encoded in UTF-8, so when we import them in Excel, we must choose the same encoding format. Otherwise, some characters may display incorrectly. Next, I will open a new Excel file to begin the operation and save it as open text file. Now, I'm going to use one of the Excel VBA's most powerful features, recording a macro. There are two places where you can click the Record Macro button, and I prefer to access it from the View tab under Macros. Once you click Record Macro, you will see the macro name. For now, let's keep the default name Macro1 and store the macro in this workbook so that the macro will be stored in this current Excel file, open text file. To use this macro later, you will need to open this specific file. Click OK to start recording. From now on, every action we perform will be recorded by Excel and converted into code. Let's go through the entire manual import process. First, open the 001txt file. In the Text Import Wizard, Step 1, pay attention to the file origin field. It shows 950 Traditional Chinese Big 5, which is incorrect. Remember that the text files we are importing are encoded in UTF-8, so we need to change it to 65001 Unicode UTF-8. Otherwise, some characters may become garbled. You can skip this process if your file origin field shows correctly. Once that's corrected, click Next. In the next step, choose Tab as the delimiter, and then click Finish. The text file is now successfully imported into Excel. Next, go to the View tab and click Macros to stop recording the macro. The macro 1, has now been recorded. Now, let's close the 001txt Excel file and return to Open Text File to review the macro code we just recorded. Go to View, Macros, View Macros, select Macro 1 and click Edit. The Visual Basic editor will open. Let's review my comments here. This macro simulates my actions and records each step as code, from opening the 001 text file on the desktop to selecting the 65001 UTF-8 encoding, choosing Tab as the delimiter, and completing the import. However, in order to use this macro later, we need to save the Excel file in the macro-enabled workbook format. Once saved, we can close the file, then reopen Open Text File Macro and run Macro 1. You will see that the macro will automatically open the 001 text file. Now, let me demonstrate importing different data with identical columns. As long as the column format remains the same, the macro will work for the new text file as well. Next, we will record another macro. After opening the text file in Excel, we will save it as an Excel workbook. As I mentioned earlier, just opening the text file in Excel is not enough. It needs to be saved as an Excel file for further processing. This new macro, Macro 2, builds on Macro 1 and adds the step to save the file as an Excel workbook and then close the file before stopping the recording. This will create a fully automated macro process. Let's review the code of Macro 2. Now, let's delete the 001 Excel file and rerun Macro 2. We can see that 001 Excel file has been recreated successfully. Finally, let me show you how to change the name of a macro. Open the VBA editor, find the macro name field, and simply change the name there. Please note that there are some rules for naming macros. The first character must not be a number, it must be a letter. A common practice is to use underscores in the name, as I have done here. Once you have changed the name, go back to the View tab, and you will see the updated name listed. Next, we will record the macro for the 002 text file. In this case, I will directly change the name of the macro. Remember to set the encoding to UTF-8 and 002 uses comma as a delimiter. I will continue with the step to set the file as an Excel workbook. Finally, let's record the macro for the 003 text file. This time, 003 uses a fixed width delimiter. With this, we have completed the entire process of using VBA macros to automatically import text files into Excel and save them as Excel files. The macro recording feature makes it really easy to automate the entire process. I encourage everyone to try it out yourself. I'm VBA Song. Thanks for watching.